Okay, John Van Belle, capital V-A-N, capital B-E-L-L-E. Well, I had a great job. I was with the county public works as operations manager and construction engineer. And I got to the point that I had great supervisors and everything was running good, and we wanted to go in some kind of mission field. And I could retire. I didn't have to, but I could. So this position came open, and I applied for it, and they hired me. It worked very good. I worked for them 8 years, and then I went with the region, and we had great years, we had a lot of fun. Well, a lot of people make the assumption that President Carter started Habitat for Humanity, and that is not true. It was started by Clarence Jordan. He was a pastor, and Mildred Fuller. He became the executive director of the International, and they were working not too far from Plains, Georgia, in a little village, living in the old plantation houses. They were in terrible condition. So Clarence Jordan, he was a pastor, and he moved in with them, and he came up with the idea with Mildred Fuller to build a house and not charge them any interest according to the Bible, and build it to volunteers, so all they have to pay for was the material cost. My favorite part was working with the people and get together with them and come up with new ideas, because Habitat for Humanity was quite new at that time. So we had pretty much free rein, what we could do, could not do. We did things that other people, other affiliates did not do. In fact, we were part of the first affiliate in the state of Washington, Spokane and Seattle. And we were in competition with Spokane. We compared how many houses, and that was kind of fun. We really worked the news media. For example, we dedicated a house one year the day before Thanksgiving. So the next day, great big spread on the front page, these people are thankful for their home. I got a call from the people. They said the sewer line isn't working. The toilet is plugged. Still get the rotor. They called back, well, the sewer line isn't going anywhere. But a lot of things like that happen, and we also use volunteers out of the county jail. And we had a wonderful foreman, Buck Hall. He was the retired school teacher from East Valley. Wonderful guy. So he picked up his 2 inmates headed for Granger to finish working on the house. And halfway down, he says, "Shuck," he says, "I forgot my keys." The boys looked at each other and smiled. "We'll get you in." And the church from Linden, Washington, they sent a youth group with the pastor to work for us for a whole week. You know, they paid $200 per person to work for us. Well, anyhow, it was kind of staid church, and I talked to them on Sunday afternoon in the church, and I said, "Tomorrow you'll be working with people from the county jail." And, you know, they saw him kind of pull back. At 10 o'clock that morning was a retired pastor with the group, and he was standing in the backyard with his arm around the person, one of the prisoners, in prayer. And we really stayed with the principles of prayer and dedication to the Lord, because we felt it was His work. And also, whenever we got low on money, we borrowed a prayer from Corrie ten Boom, you know, the Dutch lady. She was sitting on a place over in South America, and she was broke. She didn't have money, so we borrowed her prayer, and her prayer was, "Lord, you own the cattle on 1,000 hills, time to butcher a cow." And we use that quite often. and he always came through. In the city of Yakima, when we took down an old house and built it a habitat house, and then the people next door, they started to fix up their homes also. He wanted to be part of it. We portrayed Christ to them. You know, why are we doing it? Because Jesus wanted us to, you know, to show the love of Jesus. Whenever we dedicate a home, we'll hand him a Bible. And one time we were dedicating a home that belonged to a Roman Catholic family. And I went to the Catholic Church and asked for a Bible, and the priest gave me his own Bible to give to the people. You know, things like that you remember, and they say, hey, that's the way to go. It's such a rewarding thing to see how the organization is doing. More than 200 homes. Something you have been involved with, and you see them do positive things, say, yeah, that's the way to go.